Go. Just back in time.
It's like,
Want me to say the opener?
yeah, go for it.
Welcome to the tracc.eu Track GT Season 3, Round 5, 1-star T-Prix. I am your wee broadcast, well, not broadcaster, commentator, Jordan Brunch, and I'm joined by the very talented Akira Zagawa. Say hello.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to this nice Grand Prix.
And broadcasting by Mr. Imantrix. Say hello.
Oh my god.
He's just shy. But
Nice.
anyways, we are at the infamous Corsa Circuit of the Americas. The track looks like it's got more sharp corners than well, probably should.
We're trying to find like an actual comparison, but yeah.
We are, yes, we're not even joking when we say we actually we looked for corner names. Whoever designed this track
None.
did not give this any corners of this track names, so there's just turns. So we would like to personally apologize on the person who designed this track. But apart from that, welcome everyone to the race.
Yeah, welcome everyone. I feel like this broadcast will be a little bit harder to follow for our listeners and supporters since, well, as you said, all of the turn have absolutely no names. So, yeah, we'll need to say the turn numbers. But yeah, it's going to be a pretty interesting race indeed. We're indeed racing at the Circuit of the Americas, 20 turns. A very, very, very hard track to master. Probably one of the hardest in the ACC list of available tracks. We can expect a lot of tire degradation. This is why tire management is going to be very important. Looking at our grid right now, we've got, of course, our usual drivers, and the most notable one is Eleanor Rose, driving the 956 Ferrari 296 GT3, currently topping the free practice session with a 2:05.9. Pretty great time already for free practice, but we'll see how everyone will do in qualifying, which will start in less than 10 seconds. To you, Jordan.
Smooth, very smooth. But yes, as I could have said, very high tire degradation to be expected. One pit stop as usual, 1 hour race as usual. As if you're familiar with our race formats at here.tracc.eu. So yeah, we got a really quick time by Miss Rose at the top with a 2:05.8, which is monstrously quick, proper quick.
Very quick, and we're not even seeing the full potential of each driver. It's only free practice. People are getting comfortable into their cars. But now the real exciting times start with qualifying in about 1 minute and 40 seconds. What are your predictions for qualifying?
What is my predictions? Well,
Yeah,
from
like top five.
what for top 5, that's a hard one. Well, I'd say an Artie Rose, easy top 5. It's probably the boring pick. No offense, but that is what I say. Probably the predictable pick, as I've shown a 2:05.8, which is the quickest I've ever saw someone drive on a Coda in a GT3 car. Of course, you could put Albert George up there. You've also got to put Ruby Acosta, of course. That's easy top 3 picks. And I'd say it's might be a bit more difficult for the other 2 picks, but there's always something different can happen. Racing is unpredictable.
Yeah, exactly.
Unless you're talking about Formula 1.
Yeah,
What,
but
what is
like,
your top 5 pick
we're
then?
racing GT3s in ACC, you know, in T-Sports, so definitely anything can happen here. I'd also put a little coin on Paul Kai, who's joining us today in his McLaren, his number 43 McLaren. He's been very quick in VTC, the V Track Challenge, the tracc.eu competition for VTubers. He's been doing very well, so we also need to keep an eye on him, in my opinion. But of course, there's plenty of other really good drivers who definitely can have their chance to get into the top 5. It's Coda, so it's definitely an interesting track. Anything can happen, really. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to it as we start qualifying. 18 minutes and 30 seconds left. The people are getting out of the pits, just warming up the tires, going on their out lap, as we see Erda Rose in her 296, getting ready to start her first qualifying lap. As we are entering turn 15, which is on the last sector. Again, just you want to try and scrub the tires, get as much temps and pressure as you can into those tires. But yeah, it's pretty easy to build them up on a circuit like Coda. Now, the real question is to keep them into the window and not let them overheat. And there we go as we cross the finish line. Well, start-finish line, sorry. For the first flying lap of Erdo Rose with someone in the background. I think it's the Quince Design Pattern Formula AMG. One of those two, I think. As we enter turn 2 and turn 3, pretty easy. As we go into turn 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Very twisty corners. Very hard to get right. You really need to get the right positioning of your car in order to be quick. And that's really the difference between good drivers and great drivers. But of course, she absolutely nails it as we now go onto that little stretch between turn 10 and turn 11. Very hard braking zone coming into turn 11. You gotta really drive right to get a really nice exit to have a really nice run down this huge back straight between turn 11 and turn 12. That's where you really got to be careful with your slipstream in the race. Probably one of the best moments to overtake as well as we come onto turn 12. Very hard braking zone. Going into now a pretty tight sector. It's sector 3 as we go into turn 14. Again, really careful with the throttle. Do not oversteer here as you will be losing some time. Turn 15, again, really tight, somewhat blind, kind of. But yeah, again, positioning is really important for this really long U-shape turn, which consists of turn 16, 17, and 18. As we now come into turn 19, really try and flick the car to really get the most momentum out of the car. And now, last corner, turn 20, again, really tight. Early on the throttle, and down the start-finish line we go. And that was a lap of Coda. Now we'll see her time. And it's a 2:05.4. Seems
really
like it.
Quick.
Really quick. But again, there's even more time to gain, I'm sure. As we see the start of a few qualifying laps. Edwin Law racing for the Raiden Esports racing team. Second right now with a time of a 2:07. Wow, that's really great.
I will say the McLaren 720S does excel in some particular parts of the track here at Coda. It's funny enough, the two leading cars at the top of the qualifying charts at the moment is the car that you drive and the car I drive. So
it does.
Perhaps that might work to our favor because we know the strengths of our vehicles. But the 720S, I will say, it's not the best in the straights. However, it does make up in the corners. It's interesting to drive. It's really grippy. Oh, he just ran over the inside curb. That's on side of the car
Yeah, I
just a
gotta be
little bit.
careful with that. Yep.
It's the 720 Evo is a really good car. McLaren have definitely nailed it with this one. It's just unfortunate BOP with the Kunos have done at the moment is kind of heavily favored most tracks with this car, but in the future we might see a bit more of a change in the grid. But
Yeah, of course. Of
but at the
course.
moment the Track GT, funnily enough, this championship is not overly not oversaturated with 720 IC wells.
Yeah, I could see only like 3 of them, so it's not really that much to be honest, considering this size of a grid. But yeah, definitely the McLaren is a very strong pick for anyone on ACC. Really great car, really versatile, just like the Ferrari pretty much. But we're seeing some pretty interesting car picks, of course. Here we've got the AMG ran by the Quin's Design Patent Formula team.
Oh, there's the Mercedes.
Oh,
Just a little wide. I think he's braking. Don't know what's happening
yeah,
there though. That's
I
going very
yeah,
slow.
they're restarting a lap. Seems like they got like an off track maybe. Not sure.
I
But
will
yeah, that
say
was
with
Church.
there
Yeah, go for it.
is a good variation of vehicles on track. So we got a few Ferraris, some McLarens, two Mercedes, with two BMWs. The old
Yeah,
guard is still kicking. Two
really interesting.
Lamborghinis.
Oh, as we see,
There's
Eric Regis for UK Racing, number 6, McLaren 720 S Evo. Let's see
funnily
what
enough
happened there. Ooh, yeah, that was
hopped
way too
inside
much
curb.
curb.
Funnily enough, for a fun fact with that car, Akito here is made delivery for that car.
Yeah, I've made that.
Here is
But,
here's a question for you, an interesting question: is how do you
tell me.
feel about seeing own deliveries, that things you've made on track when you're not racing in the same race
Uh,
or driving
of
said
course,
car?
I feel a bit proud, but yeah, I'm happy with how that turned out. But yeah, definitely, I feel proud about it. As we now focus on Ruby Acosta in the number 40 Quin's Design Pan Formula AMG. Really quick times around here. 2:07.1, which is already pretty great, and it's really, really close to other people as well. She just needs about 1/10 to get P3 at least,
Oh, a
and
bit
another
wide.
10 to get P2. Oh,
Oh, so close to the sausage carbs on the outside
yeah.
there. You don't want to run light there.
Yeah.
Up and yeah,
Seems like she's
that's
aborting the lap.
off.
Yeah.
There's Amethysta VTuber and the Yander Racing 296.
Yeah, as we approach the midpoint of qualifying, seems like people are
Oh, there's a
starting
yellow
to get
flag.
into the pit lane. Ooh. Another
Wonder what's happened
replay.
there. It's the last sector I've noticed is where all the offs is went. I don't know what happened there. They just too much
Yeah,
outside curve and just didn't turn.
I don't know.
Strange.
Maybe it's like a cancelled lap time
Perhaps.
or
I will say I do love the wicked
limit.
Mercedes.
Hmm?
The Mercedes is such a good looking car. It's just
I
a
mean, all
shame
of them look
it's
really
not
good,
as
but yeah,
it's just not as no, I mean just like the base car itself. The livery looks awesome, but I'm saying
yeah,
just the base car. It's such a cool looking car. It's just a shame, but there's not a lot of them. There's only a few.
yeah.
Like
Definitely interesting. The proportions of this car, but yeah,
there's Mr.
it's really
Julian
good.
Strasser himself, Mr. Julian Strasser. Funnily enough, my former teammate, the person I used to race with, an official tracc.eu racing team, who made this over. In fact, it was really nice.
Yeah, Julian Strasser, the book boss of tracc.eu, currently competing right now. He's on his first attack lap, only P16 since, well, he
Not
hasn't
so
set
odd.
any
Oh,
laps. As we see, Albert George parking on the side again. Seems like
I've
his
noticed
lap has been deleted again.
Coda. I'm not sure how Brands was because I was busy at said time, but I'm not sure. But there's a lot of people just aborting laps, just park at the side of the track and aborting laps. That's quite concerning. Is it?
Probably. Well, not really, because it's probably like for fuel. They want to pit like at the pit point so that they have enough fuel to start another 3 to 4 laps. So it's not really that surprising. I'm guessing their setup doesn't have enough fuel to cover like another lap or two,
I will
and they want to
say
start with fresh tires instead. So yeah, it's understandable.
Join from who was originally racing the Bentley, going to the McLaren, sticking with the British cars.
Yep,
I will say I definitely prefer the McLaren, but the Bentley is a
that's
cool
a bit of
car.
bias.
All I'm saying is I've raced the McLaren. I have to say
Whoa!
about the car I drive, or let's say some higher ups might not take a fairway to me anymore. But I would say April cars
Oh,
though going off at the exit of turn 1. Then we see
yeah,
it's
people
an
just heading
Evo
back into the pit lane.
2 Huracan. I think you could tell by the roof scope, because the
Yeah, it
Evo
is a
1 and
Huracan
the
Evo 2.
original don't have that.
Yep.
It's probably spot the difference. It's funny enough because this car and the Audi Evo 2 are based on the same car, so it is playing a bit of a guessing game for all those models for their
Yep.
respective brands, which one is which.
I have a huge question right now. What is Albert doing? Why is it so slow?
It's just trying to, you can see he's waving, he's just trying to hit the tires. It's,
Yeah.
the good thing about this series in particular, compared to ones I've raced, I'm not sure about you, but I don't with the tire set, so if you burn a set, easily set on new tires and just chuck it right out back out there. Go out for an hour wipe.
Yeah, it could be.
But this is a bit concerning how he's going a bit sore than usual, because if you're setting up tires, you should be going a little quicker, unless you're on one
Yeah, for
fuel,
sure. I'm
which
guessing
would
it's the yeah, I'm guessing it's the brakes that he wants to warm up. But yeah, that's an
it's
unusual
a bit.
slow
It's even
outlap.
got the white flag there to signify drivers behind, but he's a bit slow. But that's
And there we go. We go full speed into the last corner
push
as
push.
Albert will try to get a better time than his right now, which consists of a 2:07.275. We'll see how that lap will go as he crosses the start finish line for this lap.
I know you for a fact have some experience with the Mercedes, but not in the ACC, but in the IRS. And how would you say, have you driven this in ACC? And if so, what is the differences? The key differences?
I've mainly
Oh, that's a
Whoa,
bit,
that's
bit of a wick.
yeah, he's really
Oversteer.
throwing the car between the quarters. Wow, really impressive. I've definitely driven this car in iRacing a lot, thanks to my racing team.
Nice Julian
But
Strasserov. Is at the end of
on
the
ACC,
last
it
one.
seems like yeah, there's a lot of
Bit wide.
understeer. Ooh,
So far,
what
so
happened?
good. Bit wide, yep. Invalid.
Yeah, very wide, and he decided to cut that lap off.
But as you were saying,
Interesting.
it's different between ACC and IRS, and for obvious reasons.
Uh,
However, how different is it?
I mean, of course it's personal. Don't take my word for granted. But for me, it feels like the ACC version is feels way more heavier. You know, it feels very heavy in the force feedback. Very understeery as well. But in iRacing, I could like, you can really change the setup so that it doesn't feel as understeery. So yeah, it feels a little bit more light, a little bit more nimble, maybe. But of course, that's down to personal preferences and setup, of course. So I definitely do not have enough experience to really tell the difference.
That's Alex Karloff. But he,
Yeah,
as
going wide.
we haven't noticed, but he's actually climbed up a good few tenths, and he's only a second, just slightly over the second behind Anelio Rose. That's
Yeah,
really impressive for the
very impressive.
BMW. It is
Very,
your
very
old
impressive.
car versus your modern car.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the M4
Is the M4
isn't
making a
right
comeback?
now as OP as it was before. Well, not OP, but as favored as before. But it's still a very, very quick car, and anyone behind the wheel can definitely be quick. So yeah, as expected from Kurto, really nice lap. Only a second behind Aaron Rose, our current provisional pole setter.
You can see
But
he's doing
now
some.
we'll see.
You can see he's doing some changes to the setup as the car has raced a bit. Knowing
Yeah,
him
seems
and
like
experience with him, I know for a fact that he knows the ins and outs of tuning. He would change a little thing there, and he would change a little thing here and there. He's helped me in the past with setups. Oh,
ooh, yeah. Ah, that was a big one. Upper Carlsbad, sorry.
that,
Losing the rear right there at turn 16. Really, really tough.
that's a bit wide from SKP, which is in the
Yep.
Genesis Ferrari. Cursed or worst? That's for you to decide. That's not a Ferrari. My apologies. A Lamborghini.
It is.
Wait, no, that is a Ferrari. That is a Ferrari.
It is a Ferrari, yeah.
His teammates
It
in the
is a
Lamborghini.
Ferrari with a Hyundai N logo. Very
This
interesting.
is the
Sean KP
collab
from
we.
Good Racing Industries.
There is Mr. DJ Overdrive from Grip Runners. I love the Grip Runners liveries. It's so sick. I love the one he made he has for the Lexus and the BMW. He has one for the S. And nearly, at this rate, he'll nearly have a Grip Runners livery for every car in ACC.
Yes, we do. As we approach the 2 minutes left of qualifying.
You mean
Anna Rose still first, followed by Curto Acosta, Law, and George for the top 5 right now. Rose comfortably
another
leading
2 times game
the
last lap.
qualifying session. 1.2 seconds ahead of the next guy, who's Curto in his number 20 BMW. Very, very interesting. Whoa, that was a big one. Edwin Law
The second
in his
last corner.
720S Evo. What was that? Let's see what happened over there.
That's
Ooh,
way
that's
too
very wide.
Oh,
And yeah, here.
Yes, it goes.
Is that suspension damage?
Oh, that's
No.
that's a whole new front end, Chief. You don't need. It's gone. The only thing you can probably salvage from that is the engine.
Ooh,
That's
that was
a
very
heavy
big.
impact.
I felt like it was maybe like he did it himself, because you can't have like that much suspension damage in ACC, right?
No, you can see he understeered into the third last corner when he just went straight off and just
Yeah,
hit the
he
bumps.
understood, but like there
and
was
just-
plenty of space to brake, you know. So I felt like it was deliberate.
Perhaps
But I'm not
pushing a
sure.
little, perhaps pushing a little bit too hard to gain those few extra tenths, but that's it with racing. It's risk versus reward. You risk it, try to go a little quicker, it might destroy your tires or your lap, or
Yeah, that's why you got to be
You
very
played a bit
careful
safer.
at the exit of turn 18. Like these, outside of the racing track, it's very, very bumpy, and it's very easy to unsettle the car and spin. So
Corsa
yeah,
is one of those tracks where you have to really be careful because the track limits here will definitely catch you out if you're not paying attention. There's been times which I've even got track warnings when I thought I was within the limits,
yep.
but it's very how do I say, it's very on the line. Yes, that's probably the best way to describe it. You're on the line. There's Eric Grigas, just stopping the start finish
Yep.
line. Perhaps out of fuel. There is
Seems
Mr.
like
Gary
quite more
Slater.
people are
Funnily enough,
stopping.
your old teammate. Yeah.
Yeah. Years
He's,
later, number 52 Enigma Racing, 296, currently
Oh.
P12.
I will say it does feel strange though. Not seeing a Mirror United livery on there.
Yeah.
No, I mean you have to see where I'm coming from though, because every time I saw him race, it's always with Mirror United livery.
Yeah, true. It's been a long time. It's
And
been at
there's
least
my
like
old
2
teammate, Julian Strasser. I
As
think
the checkered flag is being waved.
I
onto
think
the
our
straight finish
broadcaster
line. We
is
still see Julian trying to finish his qualifying lap. Still P8, P8 with a 2:08.3.
P8.
Let's see if he can get a much better time. Right now, he's 1/10 above his personal best.
When area rolls
Or
get into the
2/10
two
actually.
fours, let's see. And no, they stopped right before the line. I don't know why though, because
They
they're
decided to
so
end it.
close.
Yeah.
But wouldn't you just finish the lap because you're just there? It's like
Yeah,
two
but
carbons.
let's focus back on Julian Strasser, who's currently 3/10 in front of above his personal best, going into the last corner. Let's see how much he can gain from that. 4/10, 5/10. Wow, that's a
He's really
flyer
picking
from
up
Julian
pace.
Strasser.
Oh, nearly beat Julian Metzner. It was Battle of the Julians
Very close,
from the
very
fourth
close. A
row.
good time, but not enough to
Oh,
beat Metzner.
just over a tenth behind. If he, well, I can't really give him tips, but really quick if he can gain a good few tenths in the last few corners. Albert George coming up for the last corner as well. Nice and clean, not over the
Yeah.
sausages. And I still don't know why people are stopping right before the end of the line now. Is this some sort of protest? There's Paul Kai and the Marlborough. Uh, the Marlborough car.
Awesome.
We can't
Well,
we can't say the brand that is supposed to be, but because we do not condone smoking or nicotine products at tracc.eu.
yeah. All right.
You're
Qualifying has ended, and we have our set list of starters. We start with Erda Rose in the 956 Ferrari 296. Really, really, really quick time. Really dominant one as well. 1.3 seconds ahead of P2. That's really insane. That's really insane. And it's, for me, it's like the premise of what we're about to see during the race. The
for
first lap are probably going to be a bit tight, but if it
for
stays like that, that'll be very interesting.
for anyone who's wondering, the right hand side of your screen with the pink car is the inside. So Anira Rose have a good run up the corner, can perhaps defend from Alex Curda, who's on the other side on the left. Wow. But yes, from I'm not sure about you, but here at tracc.eu we have on Sundays we have the Fun Cup, which you should totally check out. Really fun. Always a random combo, but Alex Curdo running well there. And so I know for a fact he's definitely quick around here, but Neil Rose just edged him out just by a second. And a bit. I think it was 1.2 seconds.
Yes, indeed, but that's only qualifying.
Qual-
So definitely a lot is to play right now for the race.
qualifying is always good, but one lap pace doesn't really equate to race pace.
Yep, exactly.
That's why qualifying isn't really particularly important in some series, like endurance racing. The more you know. But we have an 18 car grid here, nice and big grids for such a big track as well. Going out for the formation lap, hit up the
Yep,
tires, hit up the
very,
brakes.
very interesting. As I will go through our little grid, we start with Erna Rose in the front row, followed by Alex Curto in P2. We continue with Ruby Acosta in the number 40, Queen's Design, and a Pennant Formula AMG, followed by Law in the number 31, a McLaren 720S. We continue with Alex George and Paul Lukai, followed by Metzner, Strasser, Sunsoy, and Karlsbad to finish the top 10. P11 is Eric Regis, followed by Gary Slater in the 52 Ferrari 296, followed by Sean KP, Amethysta, P. Hasri, Vela, Overdrive, and finally Chan to finish off our grid for today's race.
Just coming out the asses. That's you absolutely rattled through the grid there. That's really quick, but nice 18 car grids. Still half a lap to go for the formation lap, so time to put your bets on who will get the W today.
Well, in my
I will
opinion,
say,
it's quite obvious.
I mean, it's
Definitely
racing.
betting on Rose, but yeah.
Racing is unpredictable. Never
Oh, for sure.
judge a book by its cover. And all those
For
quotes you can
sure.
insert here.
For sure, but I
For, for
definitely
all
hope
we
for a
know,
really
we
nice
could
battle
have
for one.
somebody like Julian Strasser win. The mid pack is very close and always nipping at the heels of the top end. Top end might just edge the mark in qualifying, but you never know. In race pace, it might be a bit sore. Plus, the strategy is always to come into effect with races like these with major pit stops. I'm not sure about the other cars, but I know the McLaren is pretty decent on tires. I did a race a few weeks ago, and remember it's Kiwami, and the tires lasted 1.9 laps. So like, tires are definitely not an issue. It's just hopefully they have enough fuel. I think
Yep,
me and you
indeed.
both know. Well, we know people and or we've had experiences with fuel in the past. Cough, cough, Kiwami. Last year, for me.
Yeah, I get you.
I'm not living
And
that one darn.
as we watch Air the Rose, I start to think you were talking about tire degradation and tire usage. That made me wonder. We don't have any Porsches today. We don't have any 911s. Which, well, to be honest, isn't that surprising. The Porsche is definitely a handful and isn't the best in terms of tire deg. So
I will
yeah, that
say,
track would have been
okay,
pretty bad for them.
tires and might not be the best. However, I will say it's a very fun car to drive.
Oh, indeed. Indeed, it's a very nice car to drive. Very fun. But yeah, as we go into turn 20, everyone is lined up and grouped up as we prepare to wave the green flag for this round at the Circuit of the Americas, part of the Track GT Cup Championship, hosted by tracc.eu.
You want me to do the crafty thing or
Go for it.
NASCAR kind of thing? As we're in the States, boogity boogity boogity, let's go racing. I thought it's
Boogity, 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 as we
oh, and
go
I was
into
going
turn
up
one.
the front. Oh,
Ooh, very close. There's
turn
a little
one.
try by
Oh,
Kurto. Ooh, as plenty of
oh,
cars go. Outside
oh,
of the
that's a
track, an
big accident.
absolute chaos turn one. Wow, okay.
To be expected. So let's see what's happened there. Oh, and just people are doing heroics. Someone's
Oh,
cut the
yeah,
crap.
yeah, yeah. Oh my god, I see Ruby Acosta being
This
out.
is this is
Wow,
gonna
that's a
be.
messy start from everyone.
All I'm gonna say
Absolutely
is
insane.
to the stewards of this race. Good luck.
Good luck, good luck to
You're
them.
having a long night.
Good luck to them. But we now have our new top three, sorry, of Anna Rose, Alex Curto, and Edwin Law. And
Oh,
Cosbot, who started P10 and is now P5 because of that chaos pretty much at turn one.
Julian Strasser up to P6 as well.
Yeah. Seems like a
We
lot of people have gained places. Alec George. Albert George is P10. He's lost
Ruby
a lot
Costa
of position.
definitely is probably the biggest loser at that one. Getting the worst end of the stick there, all the way down to P17 now.
Yeah,
But
yeah, it's very tough.
we know the pace of her. She's a really quick driver. She'll work her way back up the field.
Yeah, for sure.
Darn,
The race
oh,
is
just a bit
long.
wet as we were talking about it.
The race is
Come,
very long, and she can
come
definitely pull off some really nice results.
long track, so probably not a lot of laps. However, still equal opportunity, depending how bad the damage is early on.
Yeah, I don't think there's a lot of damage from that. I don't
No,
see anyone being
I
too hard.
saw she went airborne. There's probably some suspension and bodywork. I'd be surprised if her steering isn't broken either. Well, but Paul Kai, all the way up to P4 now. And the
Yeah, very nice result.
the family friendly over it.
Indeed, indeed. Edwin Law, P3. The Radiant Sports Racing 720S. Seems like already everyone is being like super spaced out. It's really like hard to stay like really close to each other, as we see a little like track limit
The S's
infringement.
are pretty hard to keep bumper to bumper
Yeah,
with.
yeah, exactly.
It's possible, but it's very difficult to do.
Indeed, indeed.
This is a corner to watch out for because if you run too far to the inside, and you go a little bit too far to the outside when you're going up the hill, that's an easy track warning right there. That's happened to me a
Indeed.
good few times.
As we focus on Twitter, Daniel Hasri in the number 26, FSRL Tatsuki Lamborghini. They're fighting really hard with Vela and Metzna,
Oh,
trying their
going
best
to the
to
inside. Oh, we'll
really
say three
keep
wides.
their position.
Oh,
Ooh, very
oh,
close. They go too wide. Too wide
oh.
into turn 11. Now
Good
it's a
positions
drag
off.
race.
DJ Overdrive looks like he's channeling his inner Travis Pastrana up, like going off road there. It is Lamborghini versus Ferrari, the battle of the Italian stallions.
Really
Lamborghini,
interesting. Metzna has the
Lamborghini, and the
inside.
Ferrari's going
Trying
up
to
the
go too
inside.
wide.
Lamborghini just said no, but the Merc is here. The silver arrow is here.
Really interesting as they go again too wide into sector
Oh,
3.
oh, that's a little bit of a bump there. You see that?
Yeah.
A little bit of a wiggle.
Really, really tight racing, but really
Oh,
entertaining.
over the sausage curbs, that's going to lose him a bit of time and a bit of suspension damage. Depending how the setup was, that might even be some splitter damage as well.
Indeed, as Rubio Costa tries to follow them, really waiting for that opportunistic move. Really trying to get them. Ooh! And that was Metzna going off track. What happened over there? And they lost the position to Ruby.
Oh, that's another Ferrari's hopping some sausage curbs.
Yeah. Ooh.
It lost it on the exit.
Yeah, they got themselves.
Team's corner.
That was really close, but thankfully more here than.
And you see the there
Ooh.
just.
Yeah, yeah, okay. Really got to be careful with those sausage curbs.
The Ferraris and the sausage curbs are definitely not playing nice today.
Oh yeah,
But
for
you
sure.
can see Ruby Costa already back up to P13. Absolutely
move.
flying her way through the field. It looks like might even be
Absolutely
P12
flawless.
for
And now
well,
too wide.
insides.
Too wide with Vela. And there
Nice
we
and
go, P12.
easy.
Wow.
But as I
Awesome
said
move
before,
by
gotta be
Ruby
careful with
Costa.
this corner, because easy track limits here. Albert
As
George
we now focus on her teammate, Albert George, P8, slowly trying to regain his positions back, sorry, as he overtook Chan and Grigis. Grigis, sorry. Wow.
This is a Ferrari, big cluster of Ferraris and Lamborghinis at the back, but the BMW's the outlier. Only front engine car in the top 15. Well, no, what end of the field?
Yep.
Ferrari a bit
Really
wide,
interesting
Lamborghini.
battle. A lot of people are going wide.
Oh!
Oh no, and that's Vela in the number 74. Lamborghini who got literally like hit on the side.
Too much inside curb, bit slow, and the Ferrari just
Yeah, the Ferrari just didn't see them. Ah,
nowhere to go.
that's dirty. That's not really what Vela wanted to see.
I think, in my opinion, I think Val could have went a little bit further to the left. The Ferrari was needing to rejoin, but the Ferrari came in, it just looked a bit sharp and coming back on the track.
Yep, as Albert George trying a move on the Yender Racing car of Abatista.
Inside. Oh, and going for a switch.
He manages, but they're still side by side, and now he's got the lead.
No. Don't say Amethyst isn't out of it. He's keeping them honest. He's got lots of pace. You can see he's grown.
Very aggressive from Abatista. Very close racing. We'll see how that ends up. But for now, Albert George is really trying to defend his position as hard as he can. Going into turn 8 and turn 9. Really close battles.
This is nice, good battling. Early on, for the people who disregard Coda is a bad track, then all I'm gonna say is look at the race we were having.
Yeah, Coda has always
It doesn't
been
have
quite
its
nice.
fans. It's a
Yep.
Tokyo after all. But
Jordan Strasser chasing April Karlsbad. As we see Albert Church in the background trying to weave to defend his position.
I think Mephisto was trying to work up the inside Albert George.
Yeah, I
Backed
saw
out of
that.
it.
I saw that Abatista really trying to stay as close as possible to Albert Church.
I think they're being a bit more aggressive than usual from our
Yeah,
person.
he really
from our
want that
experience.
P7.
But I will say, the driver I've got my eyes on the moment is Julian Strasser, P6.
Very impressive. Very nice start for
Great
Julian.
great as usual. I
Yep.
can't sound biased, but go Julian. That'll be brought in the staff meeting. I'm waiting for that one.
Ooh,
But
very close between
Julian
Metzner.
Metzer.
Metzner and Hasri. They go too wide into the last corner.
Up
Still
inside.
too wide.
Oh,
Ooh,
what a tight.
really good move. And Metzner still tries to keep the lead, but
That Lamborghini is still alongside
Hasri
though.
is still there. Yeah. Hasri is
Oh,
still there.
Astro was like his
into
entry
turn
going
one.
up. Looks like he's gaining. Oh, White. That's
Ooh,
gave the
very wide.
position back to Hasri.
And they lost the positions again. They swapped positions again. Asli is again in front of Messner. Really, really a close battle. Really interesting to see.
This is giving Ivano Sensei over here. Look at that. He's all the way.
Yeah.
He's up there. Definitely.
Really trying to get that position too. Is lurking in the background, trying to get a move done on Metzner as we focus back on Albert Judge. Fighting
The battle
Julian
of
Strasser
the
back on the back
tracc.eu staff members. Ferrari, not Ferrari, my apologies, McLaren versus Mercedes. They're side by side. It looks like Julian's gonna back out of that one. Perhaps gonna try and catch him napping. No. The Hungarian is on a charge and is holding on to that position from the Austrian.
Yep, really, really interesting fight as we focus back on Ekip Ali and Sensoi in his M4 GT3 trying
It
again
is a
to really fight
four-way battle for
with Metzner
P12.
and Hasri.
Oh,
Really, really tight battle.
it's-
Too wide. Ooh.
Just gotta slow down a bit or you get a track penalty, but Ivano is going down. Good job. Four-way battle for P12. Would you expect that when you saw a code on the calendar? I don't know.
I
Ivano,
definitely didn't expect that, but that's very well done.
Let's go.
Ooh.
Nicely done.
Very nicely done.
I see. I feel like a lot of people are going a little bit too tight on the inside of that last corner there. But it seems like it's working now.
Yep.
Ashley was like trying to go up the inside. Oh, he's having a look.
Ooh, very close.
He pulled the move that he pulled Messner before, but he's keeping him honest. Talking about
Very
Messner, he has
close
up to P12 now. Past Slater. I will say that S is a place where you can get a track cut. However, if you can nail the line for there, it's really quick. Same with this section here, but this is track warning to women. Central here. Oh, Ivano going up the inside, perhaps hopping a little bit the inside curb. Bumper to bumper, and looks like the Ferrari might have it. Nope, Ivano goes with a switchback, and he's got through.
He's got through, but he's got to be careful because the
That's-
draft is pretty powerful here.
Lamborghini is just, he's hiding, but he's going outside. This is where Slater could try and defend that inside as hard as he can. Oh, Waiting the brakes.
Oh, that's too
Oh.
wide, but
Oh,
he
look
can
at
still
that. 3
keep
wides.
the lead.
Actually, look at the outside. He's there. He's not backing out, and Hashley's definitely showing a lot of pace today. Oh, over the sausage curve of Sweater. That's not good.
Pushed a bit wide as they go too
And
wide into turn 18.
Definitely not
Really
the preferred
brave stuff.
point.
Really brave stuff.
It's only been 14, well, not
Like
even
to see
14
that.
minutes, and it's been action-packed already.
Yep, as we focus back on Albert Church, the Quince Design Panel Formula, fighting off April Karlsbad in their Ferrari. Really tight battle, but Albert is on a move today.
Two cars sponsored by Queen's Design, the official team, and could you call it the B team? Oh, oh!
Yeah, that was a big one. What happened to Ikim there? Going into turn 1, going extra wide, and they lost it.
Up the rear.
Yeah, lost it,
Then
the
hit
rear,
by
and the Ferrari driver just didn't see that.
Former teammates as well. Tensions brewing, perhaps.
Oh, the switchback.
Nice move by Rubio Costa there. Driving like a professional.
Yep, Rubio Costa is on a mission as well, trying to regain as many positions as she can. Currently P9.
We have saw drives like this from Rubio Costa before, and it looks like Amethyst. Oh, that's probably keep you on track as well, but that's a bit feisty. Rubio Costa went off a bit, perhaps
Really
getting scared from Amethyst. Charging missile. So on KP, we'll keep the inside.
Edwin Law.
SP3
into the wall at turn 19. What happened over there? Let's see.
I can probably guess outside curb.
Yeah. Yep. Oh no, not even that actually. It's just an oversteer.
That's perhaps
helped by oversteer, but yeah.
Oversteer with the outside curb.
But that promotes Polo Kai into P3.
We know Polo Kai is definitely up there in the conversation in the other GT3 series.
Yep.
V-Track Challenge, which will be on the same time next week at the same track. So if you're liking what you're seeing here, be sure to tune in next week for VTubers. But back to the race at hand we're watching at the moment. That's Ikem.
Very close racing between Gary Slater and Akip Sensoy. Really trying to fight each other off. Really interesting. Wait, no, it's Sean KP. I'm so sorry. It's Sensoy and KP fighting each other.
Teammates fighting each other.
E15.
I don't know I think SKP's got a lot of damage because normally they're a bit higher up the grid. I think perhaps it's not your day, but probably not his day today from the South Korean driver.
Yep, indeed. As I see that Kurto is almost 10 seconds behind Owner Rose, the leader of today's race.
Sweater and Hashery only 3 times within them.
Yep.
Oh, and Sweater looks like it's going up the inside. Oh, backs out of it. I have noticed from my time in ACC racing around Kota, this is the corner where a lot of people make moves. Trasser P6. Holding on for dear life from April Carsfield.
Indeed, as I see that K Chan in their 67 McLaren 720S Evo has gained 10 positions from the start. That's really insane.
What a drive so far. Still 42 minutes left. Oh, Strasser's off. Hitting the curbs. Sausage curbs, the natural enemy.
As we got our first pit stopper.
Edwin Law. I wouldn't say too surprising after the accident they had there. First
Yeah,
one in.
probably going for another
They'll have the freshest
undercut
tires.
here.
Probably fixing damage though, so they might be in there a little while. Hey Chan, definitely he's I think he's catching Strasser through the asses. I don't want to sound biased, but I love the look of the tracc.eu car. That's a really nice looking car. Oh, good line from Strasser. Looks like he's actually caught up a good bit to Carsfield.
Yep, those four cars really are fighting for that P5. Carsfield leading the dance.
Whoa!
Third 11. Wow, that was
Oh,
really close.
Evan
H-Chan
Law.
really trying to defend their position as
Oh,
well,
Evan Law.
as
Okay, my
Acosta
apologies.
is really looking to get a move here.
This is Queen's Design Sandwich.
It is.
And looks like it might be even another position for Rubio Costa. Oops, backstart. I think from what we've noticed, me and you, from just sitting here the last how many minutes, that there's two corners. What do people make positions up? Rubio Costa
Yeah, but
definitely
there's a lot of
sticking to
battles
the back of
all
that one.
around the circuit, so yeah.
Looks like Cavano is going outside. Nicely done. I'm not sure if that's an in-game livery or a custom livery. If so, that's a really nice looking car. I like that. And Rubio Costa going for the pits. Oh, a bit aggressive in there, but no harm, no foul.
That works very well. As they pit very early into the race, there's only like 40
minutes left.
minutes remaining. Really
But
trying to get that undercut working.
turns out the
Maybe that will
damage.
be the key to get some positions back.
Turns out the damage that they had sustained there might have not actually been as bad as we usually suspected. If it ran longer than like this.
Yep.
Okay, Kun Kong Chen. My apologies if I butchered that name. Is making moves on Strasser. Only a 10th within it. SKP also making moves. Catch up to Mr. Gary Slater. Looks like pick up the inside. Oh, pops out inside curb. Swooping around the outside. Nice, good run. Return to and into the asses. I will say the Ferrari was really cool for the asses. Nicely done. I think K-Chan is making move. Look at the outside. Side by side. Equally
Very
matched.
close. Very close.
Oh, and that's Strasser just
Still
keeping
nothing.
it by the skin of his teeth, as we'd say from where I'm from. Oh, it's ran over the sausage curves outside. That's not good.
Still, they're trying to fight. Tunstrasse and Chan really trying to get as close as possible to Strasse.
Oh, that's a
And
late
actually
entry.
no, because they're pitting.
Late entry.
Yeah, they feel like they
I feel
lose
like
too much time there, so
a
they go for a
last minute
pit.
decision there. In fact, you can see how late and how aggressive they went in. They nearly hit the entry pole.
Yeah, sometimes it's just a split decision, split second decision. Sorry, like
This will give Strasser
really
some
trying to
breathing
make that
room.
work so that they lose least amount of time. So really interesting to see how that strategy will play out.
This will give
Later
Strasser
on.
some time to breathe, though. But I know you're Rose, 12 seconds ahead of Alex Curto. Would it be right for me to say this is a Verstappen-esque performance?
I'd say that. I'd say that.
Depending on your views of said person, but I'd say they're driving like a proper champion.
I mean, yeah, it's true that she's been very, very dominant
She's
in this season's. But
she's an
yeah, it's
esports.
really impressive. Her pace is absolutely insane.
The thing is, she's shared setups as everything for the 296, which is very nice and very fine of her. But this is watching this race and just watching her drive is making me learn more about this track because I didn't even know you could get a 205 an ACC around here. I thought a 206, like a mid to low 206 was the best, but a 205, nice and easy for in the Euros there. Strasser is catch up to Rose's teammate, in fact, Carsveld.
They have been fighting before, that's for sure. But yeah, Joan is
McLaren
definitely
versus
looking
Ferrari.
for
Oh,
a move
Edwin
there.
was going to drive through. That is track limits because you can tell because they've not too long out the pits. I think they've been running for a lap. Could be wrong. Might have not actually. They might have been spinning in the pits. As you can see, such a big gap from P17 and 18.
Yeah, they've had quite a lot of damage, and that drive through definitely doesn't help. As Chasa tries a move on
Oh,
Carlsbad going into turn 2, still side by side, but
he's got the better
Carlsbad has
line.
the advantage here.
Brilliant racing from these two. And we see Hasuri in the pits. I will say it is the battle of the Titans, McLaren and Sim20S Evo and the 296 Ferrari. Two brilliant cars fighting it, duking it out around I should say no comment around this track. It has provided good battles, so I shall say that. Oh, wait in the brakes.
Ooh,
Too
yeah,
wide.
very late braking from
Too
Joan
wide.
Strasser.
Keeping on the track though.
Could have been bad.
Definitely too late in the brakes, but he kept on track, which is still good.
Yeah. Still very close. Extremely, extremely close.
I've just noticed for your fun, I wouldn't really even say fun fact, but something if you've noticed on the tracc.eu livery there, the banner is even green as well, green and black. Fits the livery.
Yeah, British GT, yeah.
It is perhaps a stylistic choice, perhaps just because it's you never know.
Yeah, I think so too.
Hey, Slater. Having a bit of a quiet race, but up to P12. The Enigma Racing car. I think I could be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure this is the second race for Enigma Racing in tracc.eu.
I have no idea, to be honest.
I think they were running last weekend at Brands Hatch. Well, last time round at Brands Hatch. So perhaps it is the second time for Enigma Racing. If so, decent performance so far, P12. Still 33 minutes. 33 minutes and 33 seconds left to go. All the praise.
Yep. Years later, P12. Hasn't gained actually any positions, so he's just chilling there, battling with the guys around him. But yeah, pretty solid.
I'd rather hold position than lose positions. That's a good way to look at it. However, he's still he has a good few corners. Might be able to catch up with SKP. S is a very line independent section. It's easy to understeer here. It's easy to get a track limits warning. This is definitely a corner here. If you go slightly too far to the right, that's an easy track warning.
Indeed. That's why people are quite careful around here, trying to
What?
get, trying to
What?
not get a drive through.
Oh, we already saw Edwin Waugh 2 laps start already from their big accident running P3. Oh, Paul Kai is in the pits. Perhaps going for an undercut on Colonel Rose in the Marlborough Project 43. See the classic McLaren stickers on the car. A blast from the past. And then, oh, Julian Strasser got a drive through. Track limits. But as we were saying before, you got to be very careful with Coda because track limit warnings are quite plentiful. And Eric Grigas for UK Racing, Mr. Paul Kai's teammates, also in the pits.
Yeah, very hard for Strasser, who has done a really good job going onto P6, and now he's got to drive through, so
this will be
that's
a
really
sucker
gonna hurt
punch.
his race.
This is a lot of people going in the pits now. And so and KP both in the pits as well, behind Kai and Grigas. And so it gives Sweater a good few positions though. All behind each other in the pit lane as well. Oh, nice. Rubio Costa looking at Vela and nice, easy up the inside. Flawless. But the Lamborghini, as we've noticed, the Lamborghinis are pretty quick here on the straights. Vela might actually hold it, maybe not. But Rubio Costa, with everybody in the pits, has already jumped off the P10. The recovery drive and their undercut is definitely coming into effect now, as we can see.
Yep, but still loads of time to gain for Rubio
And
Costa.
our
Currently
race
P10.
leader, Anil Rose, is in the pits. I think I can speak for both of us when I say watching all this racing is definitely getting me excited for our other series we have at the weekend, the GT4 Cup, which is same time tomorrow at Donington Park. Be flying back across the pond.
Exactly.
Oh,
Late move from Chan, trying to avoid a really nasty
Hello.
accident with Bella.
Oh,
Really
DJ
close.
overdrive, going to stop go 30. That's, I think, no, that's speeding the pit line, and
I think
the
so, yeah.
driver is mostly
for
for
limits, yeah.
NOS. I think it's
Ooh,
Oh, up the inside, nice.
very close, but
The
Chan got the position.
I think that's fully carbon fiber. That's like a Koenigsegg. Saving weight at every hand's turn.
Yep.
I will say I do like the McLaren. It is such a nice looking car. It's so fun to drive as well. But stop go 30 has not been served from Julian Strasser. He's probably served at the end of his current lap. Oh no, he's got to stop go 30 as well, so I think he's also been spitting in the pit lane.
Wow,
Well, serving at his drive through. This is...
Strasser's race has went from good to bad to even worse now.
This is a nightmare he just wishes to wake up from.
Really
Vela
tough.
is in the pits. So everyone from P9, including Vela, who's now in the pits, is pitted. So there we go. It's just our leader, Alice Curl, who is just jumping in the pits as we speak. Albert Jurich, Ever Carsvold, I'm Fist of YouTube, Julian Metzner, Julian Strasser, and Gary Sweater, who haven't pitted. I feel a slight hint of remorse. Oh, Albert Jurich in the pits. I don't know. I feel like racing. It's watching good racing like this makes me want to race. I think a lot of people like that.
Yeah, I understand. I mean, there's been some really good battles already, but now we'll see what happens for the other half of the
DJ
race.
Overdrive
27 minutes remaining.
DJ Overdrive going to be serving his stop go 30. Hopefully has the pit limiter on. Hopefully hasn't done some events which we shall not talk about with the pit limiter. Yep, Strasser going in. Think he'll be serving his... If I remember correctly, you can serve your stop go 30, then go for your pits. I don't know, fighting back from his driver. Albert George cleared his pits. He's going to be going out. And what I've noticed is we've had 3 lead changes. So we've had, for the majority of the race so far, we've had... I know I forgot their name. I apologize. We've had Alex Curdo, who was leading for a few laps in the Wild Things BMW, and now April Carswell in the other Queen's Design Ferrari. Oh!
Ooh, very close.
What happened there? That's If we have a replay of that, thank you. That's I think that's just way too aggressive by Abnois.
Yeah, that was
that
very
contact?
weird. Seems like there was contact, and Akim just trying to keep the car
we're
on
being
the track.
told that is contact. Paul Kai versus Gary Slater. Slater yet to pit. I mean, it should be pretty easy for Paul Kai. Or can Gary Slater get the title of Scottish Minister of Defence? Can he take that from me?
Still pretty tight, and Slater isn't gonna let that go very easily. Seems like he's really trying to defend his position.
Oh, up the inside. Nice, easy up the...
But that was an insane pass, wow.
Nice up, easy.
Hot braking and just flew past Slater.
Like he was
really,
standing
really
still.
nice move.
Strasser is still hasn't pitted this. I don't even know what's worse than a nightmare. But this is definitely a nightmare from, as Akito said earlier, from good to bad to worse to... I wouldn't say the worst because I don't know his racing past, but this is definitely one of the worst ones. As we can see, white is going away, so it is starting to get darker here at Coda. We might be racing under the stars the last few laps. But that's Gary Slater in the pits. Only 4 more cars left to pit.
Yep. 24 minutes remaining as we see that the track has gone quite quiet, you know? Not as many battles as we have seen these last 30 minutes, as we see Julian Strasser getting back into the pits. But it seems like those pit stops have really delayed the amount of battles that we've seen on the track. Seems like a lot of people are spaced out by a few seconds.
I'm not sure if
really
you
interested to see that.
But I thought I saw.
Now we focus on Ruby Acosta, who's getting closer and closer to her teammate Albert George. Really interesting to see. Will they be able to close the gap? And if yes, will there be Tier Motors, or will they try to fight on?
Oh, I'm not sure, but I know April Carswell is just now in the pits. Then it'll just be Amethyst the VTuber and Julian Metzner.
Exactly, they're trying to stay out as long as possible, trying to keep their position.
And Amethyst VTuber, I think, is going to be taking P2. I think their highest running in tracc.GT. Ever since he switched to the Ferrari, they've just been going quicker and quicker. Perhaps they'll finally find their calling card.
Of course, but let's not forget that they also need to pit. So that P2 pretty much means nothing, but
I think
yeah, a lot
it's
of people are behind trying to get that position too.
I think from what we've noticed is they're pulling their strategy they've used to pull of running as long as they can, then just jumping at the last minute, which is it sometimes works the overcut, but it more times than not it's not particularly the best because everyone else will be in fresh tires while you're sitting still on the jacks.
Yep. As we see Metzner really, really close to Amethysta VTuber.
But they haven't pitted either, so it's Kurdo who's pretty much in provisional P2 and Paul Kai in provisional P3.
Yep, Polakai who's really like rubbing his hands. Really, he's really been lucky, plus he's done some really great moves, and that's now P3 for him.
We
So
know
I bet he's really happy.
we know he's a threat from VTC, but I will say I don't want to sound like I'm putting down VTC, but this is definitely a stronger field, a lot more competitive. But we can pull draws like this in this series. This it definitely become even more of a threat in VTrack challenge, which which I should say is on this time next weekend, at the same track, same place. Amusingly, Miss Ruby Acosta is currently in P7. Will be switching places with us. She'll be in the commentary booth and we'll be racing.
Yep.
Yeah, everything has overlap. Well, sometimes it does, but for once we do.
Exactly. We'll pass our torch
Oh,
to
past you more
Ruby
like past the
Acosta.
microphone and that's
Oh,
Amethysta.
close battles again between Amethysta and Metzner.
They have text in the back, so that'll be clearly to rate for Metzner. I wonder what it says. They're definitely doing their sponsors, well, but Kurdo is, it doesn't even need them to pit. He's already caught up, and Gary Slater's going to stop the 30. Perhaps track limits, but they're not. Well, it can't be in the pits because they've already pitted. They pitted a few laps ago, so.
Yep, really, really close racing,
Oh,
trying a switchback. Metzner, but not
doesn't work.
succeeding, and he's been going onto the
Inside curve.
sausage curb as well.
This is definitely giving Curlo, who is just there. He just has to wait for the right moment, and he can just easily fly by.
Yep.
You can see he's even just catching the straights, just absolutely quick driving. We know Ricardo is a previous champion of this series, so he's definitely still easily got the drive. That's Slater serving his stop go 30. 18 minutes and 55 seconds left to go. Still roughly 1/3 of the race left to go. So, plenty of time for a move still to happen. And Vista dive into the pits. Metzner will be the last in the pits. But Kurdo is easily probably going to hit that P2. It'll be up to Paul Kai to try and close the gap, which should be possible because it is 30 seconds to service the car. Oh, the inside goes Kurdo. Nice and easily done.
Yep, it's really Metzner letting him go.
I wouldn't say it's letting him go. It just, that's not a blue flag. That's for position. But I think that was just good driving by Kurdo there. We've got McLaren versus Lamborghini. It looks like a drag race, these two. Oh, Adam Law on the inside. Oh, I thought Hasuri was going to go for maybe a switchback at the inside. If that was the plan, it didn't work. Perhaps a little too late to try having that. See, Amphistovicu falling straight down the grid from the overcut, just not really working. Metzner still keeping Kurt alive within half a second.
Yep. And I hope that Metzner didn't forget that he needs to do a pit stop as well. As Batista goes out of the pit lane in P9. No, P10, sorry.
That's I still perhaps a P9. Metzner, oh, the timing sheet has updated and it's about 2 seconds. I think it's time to pit. Definitely time to pit. They're losing lots of time. They're gonna definitely lose P3 from Paul Kai there. But Amfistovic out on the fresh boots. Let's see if how he'll deal for the last 16 minutes and 35 seconds. I do like how we see Lamborghinis here as well. It's from what I've noticed, I don't see a lot of people driving Lamborghinis, and we actually see 2 in the field.
Yep, I think they look
Oh,
absolutely beautiful. Oh,
yep.
so
That's
Metzner
rough.
going wide
It's
turn 1.
definitely time to pit. I know it's getting darker. The track might be getting cooler. Oh, but K-Chan, that is drive-through. Track limits. Like we said at the start of this race, track limits is definitely a big concern here at Coda. A lot more than any other track, but I'd say on the calendar.
Yep,
Eric
it definitely
Grigas.
catches people off guard here.
Eric Grigas in the brand new UK Racing McLaren 720S Evo. That's a mouthful, that's a... But, catching Amethyst VTuber, who is just passing it inside, but... Depending how well Grigas... Oh, waiting the brakes,
Ooh,
oh...
that was a late braking.
Might nearly worked, actually. It's like...
I'm not sure if they gained time from that, actually.
Maybe not, but they're in the draft up the hill, which will definitely help them, give them a little bit of leverage. If they can nail the line, then apply the pressure, they still might have a chance of getting P9 from VTuber. Or if, depending how close they're to K-Chan, might even get up to P8. Metzner is Fnar just absolutely losing time every lap. It's quite frustrating to see. To say, just it's probably time to pit. It is because you only have around about 9 minutes 25 seconds left to pit. Albert George might even get Kai, might get into provisional P3. Metzner in the pits now finally.
Yeah, it was about time, as Chan got a stopping a penalty of 30 seconds for speeding in the pit lane. Very interesting. Seems like a lot of people are forgetting to put
the
their pit
limiter on
limiter before the line at the pit entry.
Let's say me and you probably have some flashbacks from not having the pit limiter on.
I do.
Daytona, I know for a fact you were screaming at me to put the limiter on. But enough about Daytona.
Yeah. And Polukai and Albert George currently fighting for position for P.
I will say,
3, sorry.
I also perhaps probably this section of this sector of the track might actually favor McLaren as it's a bit better for the corners. However, Mercedes is definitely still hanging with him. It just shows the skill at Albert George there.
Yeah, exactly.
Metzner only
P6 as well.
Only P6 for Metzner, which is actually very surprising.
Indeed.
Up P7. Well, they won't get taken by K-Chan because way too far behind.
Yep, of course, I'd love to see George, who's currently still 2/10 away from Polukai.
Oh, up the inside, perhaps? No.
And nothing. Still waiting for the right moment. But they're definitely trying the best.
We know how fast Albert George is. He's really quick.
Oh, for sure. We have two excellent drivers here. One in the McLaren, the other in the Mercedes. Very, very good racing already. And you can see Polakai really trying to defend his position for his life.
As we can see on the right, there is some whites. That is where we'll be parting after the race with some live music. But Evan Watt has a drive-through penalty. That's track limits. Can we have a counter on the screen for track limits, please?
I don't think that's possible, but yeah. We definitely
Maybe,
need that because
maybe we
wow,
might
that's
get
a
that
lot
next
of
time.
drivers.
I find this camera is absolutely terrifying. It looks like we're gonna run over. But honestly, I love
Yeah.
the look of the Queen's design for it. That's so sick. Day and night. The pink really showing how bright it is.
Yep, exactly.
That does not make sense. I apologize. I don't I had a sentence in my head I wanted to say, but then it just fell apart.
I get you.
I'm basically saying it looks nice in day and night. It's nice and bright and nice in every environment.
As we focus on Rubio Costa still following her teammate Albert George. Really trying to get up to speed, but it still seems like the gap is still quite big. 3.5 seconds. That's quite a lot to gain, especially. But
it is Ruby Costa we're talking about. However, she is going
yeah,
against
Rubio
Albert
Costa.
Church.
But Polakai and Albert George are racing, so they're constantly
There
like
is a
slowing each
blue
other
flag.
down. So yeah.
Oof. They have to go to outside. Oh.
Oh, traffic there.
Will
Really good management.
Polakai using it to his advantage as well, because you can't really do anything if you have a car up the inside and you're going around the outside.
Yeah, exactly, but it's still quite
However,
close.
the traffic might actually even hamper Costa there, because it is a tight section where it's kind of hard to overtake. Probably best waiting for perhaps turn 1 to make a move. I love the sound of the Mercedes. Just the V8 roar. Sounds so good. McLaren is a bit, how should I put it? It's not particularly the best sounding car. If we're talking about sound-wise, I'd say probably the Mercedes here wins it. It is front engine versus rear engine. V8s. I'm trying to think of things to say on the fly. But,
Yeah, it's fine, but we're still on a really
9 minutes
interesting
left.
battle as we switch with Eric Regis trying to fight Amethyst the VTuber for P8.
Gained a few tenths the last few laps, so that actually might help. However, there is going to be a blue flag, so this will give Amethyst a good breathing room for a moment. But yeah, Greg is definitely pushing it. The Czech driver is forcing the German to go probably a little bit more aggressive on the tires than he might want to.
Of course, but they're still trying to hold on.
Or I'd say his
trying to
second
run away from Eric.
for his second ever league race, P9, he's definitely doing very well. Perhaps even P8 with this pace. Still 8 minutes left to go.
As we switch back to Albert George, the battle with Polakai, the other really close battle right now on this track. Still trying to get a move on, but they're really like matching each other with pace, so he's really trying to force a mistake or waiting for one, but it seems really tough for the Hungarian man to get a move.
Hungarian man. I don't know, but it just sounds so funny to me. It shouldn't be funny, it just sounds funny to me.
Well, it's Hungarian, right?
Hungarian man is how you describe it, yes. But applying the pressure.
Driver.
I don't know. It just sounds funny. But anyways,
I know.
our judge definitely half a second is. Well, he is a photographer for tracc.eu and a social media manager. So, well, hopefully we'll see some good pictures. And it looks like he's looking around outside to turn two.
Yep,
So
it's still
close,
nothing.
close, but no cigar. He's definitely.
Oh, poor
Oh
guy goes off track as well as Albert too.
no, I don't think Albert went off there. But
Yeah, yeah, he went.
bit
He
wide,
went off track. He went
bit
off
wide.
the track.
No, he went a bit
But yeah.
wide.
Ooh,
Oh,
what's happening with Polokai?
oh,
And
Albert George.
George takes the position to get P3. Wow, what happened over there? Polokai totally losing the car to let Albert George take his P3 position.
Oh, Kai probably just feeling the pressure there. Too far
Sure.
inside. Oh, the camera view is not really giving us any favors, but
Oh yeah.
understeer.
Of course, but that's very, very
Oh.
wide. Ooh,
Yeah,
another
understeer from the
camera
inside.
shot. Yeah.
This is gonna give Ruby Acosta even a helping hand as well.
Yeah, that's
Both
a
queens designed
massive,
from a
massive blow in
car.
confidence for Polokai,
Ah,
the
working. There
American
we go.
driver. As now we've got Ruby Acosta really, really close to Polokai. This could get very, very intense until the end of the race.
Oh, up the inside,
As
side
they
by
are
side.
trying to get side by side, but Polokai defends
Oh,
as
Ruby
they go
Acosta, you can
into
see
turn
his.
15
I think
onto the curb.
I think his tires are gone. You see how he's driving? His tires are definitely
That's
way
very
too
weird
warm.
because yeah, he's pit like at around half.
No, his tires
half
are
point.
definitely way too warm. He's losing grip. You can tell by the corner exits. But
Yeah.
Ruby Acosta is definitely must be reveling in this. Is the other American?
Of course, Ruby Acosta
Oh,
going too wide.
up the inside.
Oh, but Polokai gets a better exit. They're still trying to fight. Ruby Acosta trying to get behind Polokai to get the draft going into turn 1. On that uphill, what will happen? Ooh, yeah, and that was way too wide for Polokai.
Yep.
And Ruby Acosta from Queen's Design Patent Formula gets P4.
I think I am right though. Akito, there's definitely shot. It's too late.
Definitely something up with the tires.
Too late to pit. He's just gotta be careful on them. I don't know how far back Apple's car so it is.
They're not pretty far away. Carlsbad is 32 seconds behind Polokai.
Yeah,
so.
definitely not 4.5 minutes behind. So it's
yeah.
It might just be worth it just to take care of the tires. Oh,
very late braking. I don't know what's going on with Polokai, but
Team Yukai is definitely
laps, his driving has been a little bit terrible. It seems like the tire degradation has been very hard for him.
I wouldn't say terrible. I would say messy, but definitely Team Yukai is going to be kicking themselves in. Just for this, the tires are letting them down at the last moments of the race.
Yep, of course.
However, it doesn't mean he is out of it. It is not over until the checkered flag flies.
No,
for all we know, the next 4 cars ahead of him could crash. You never know. But
of course, always.
Polokai is definitely kicking himself for that.
Yep.
Too hard on the tires, and he's paying the price for it. Still only within a second of Ruby Acosta, so still a chance. But how big is that chance? We don't know. Oh, drive through!
Gets a drive through. Wow.
And
we saw that live.
That's
very,
his chances of P4 going down the drain. Yep, that's gonna have April Carso and maybe Julian Metzner position as well. Polokai will be kicking himself within the last 3 minutes of getting a drive through. That sucks. And the Vanno going a bit wide there. Probably a track murder. Depending on how quick he was going. Oh, this is horrible to see. I wouldn't say that was really Polokai's driving. I think it was the tires just getting in, going too hard on them. But no, it's nighttime, night racing. which is fun enough, will be the same conditions for the GT4 Cup, which will be the same time tomorrow. Am
Yeah.
am I doing the good thing of promoting our series?
Yes.
I hope I am. It's we're trying to do subtle advertising,
It's
not so
alright.
subtle advertising. But, I'm trying to get back in the groove. It's been months since I've been in the booth. I will say, the this track, as hard it is, it is a nice looking track. It is just, well, track limits central. Go slightly too wide there,
Pretty much.
track warning. Go slightly. You got to ride it. It's a very, very thin line of quick clap or track limits warning. I know you can say that about any racetrack, but here definitely more so than most places.
Yeah, you gotta be very careful with your car placement, etc., so that you don't cut
I
any
don't know what.
corners.
I don't know. Looking for his chances, perhaps getting back into the top 10 after their penalties in their pits.
Yep, really close
Oh,
racing between Edwin Law and K-Chan.
that's not K-Chen, that's Hussery.
Oh, yep. Apologies.
Professionalism.
Yeah,
But, oh, Edwin Wong going up the inside.
we're going
Nice and
too
easy.
wide,
Nice and easy, but
and
the
Edwin Law takes
Lamborghini,
the lead.
the lead.
With the lead of
You mean the
this
position?
battle. Yeah.
But we know the Lamborghini, as we saw the last few, well, all race has been definitely strong down the straights, and he's looking around the outside. Oh, he might even go for a switchback. Oh, just as I
Ooh,
predicted.
very close.
Oh, the last 10 seconds. It's the final countdown. We can't sing the song as it's copyrighted, but
Oh,
you
we
can
can sing it.
you can imagine it. Julian Strasser is no longer last.
Yeah, very tough race for
Oh, and
the
Daniel Villa.
Austrian driver. But
Daniel Villa. Oh, yeah, way too in Brooks. Easy
oh, yeah,
position for Strasser there. That was such a nice
that's
move as well.
P50
Look at
for him.
that. Hashri, I think Hashri still might have. He is less than a 10th. If we could see that battle.
Of course, as the white flags
Oh,
is
Hashri
being
has lost a lot
waved.
of time. Oh, Strasser. Two. Going for a dive bomb didn't work.
Really tight battle, but Julian is now P15 and is looking to keep his position.
Smart
As we
driving.
switch to Ada Rose, who's
Less.
on the back straight, casually
Less.
cruising to bring his car,
And
her car, sorry,
the
to
French.
P1.
The French driver going for another win in a row. I think this might be the third win in a row. I could be wrong, but I know it's definitely at least the second. Somebody
Yeah, another
can tell
great
me.
display of performance by the
Absolute,
French driver.
absolute
Absolutely
dominance.
insane.
I think you might be feeling some national pride there.
I do. I
And the
do, I do.
same, it's fun enough, the same car you drive as well. And so
Yeah,
there we go.
and almost the same race number as well.
Take 900 off that when you have the same number.
Yeah, exactly. As we go into turn 20, the very last turn, and Etta
47
Rose
seconds.
brings Queen's Design yet again on the top step of the podium. Etta
That's it.
Rose is the winner of Coda this round. Amazing, amazing drive. What a
40,
performance.
47 seconds. I feel like
Exactly.
I know Rose is a bit too quick for this series. I'm not sure. I don't want to sound controversial, but they definitely. Well,
Nah, I don't think so, but yeah,
no, this
definitely. That's a great,
47
great
seconds.
performance.
That's easily more than a pit stop away from Curto and P2. But
Yep.
our former champion P2, snowshoeing
Yep.
really got it.
Ametista and Grigis already crossed the finish line as Kurto also crosses the finish line. P2.
48 seconds. That's even bigger than I suspected. Albert George or Rubio Costa, which Phantom Formula, Queen's Design, Mercedes, AMG 2020, GT3, insert how long this car name actually is, we'll get P3. I think I need some water after that sentence. That was a
Yep.
long one.
Polakai still P5 after his drive-through penalty. Very impressive.
That Carves was right there though, so
Yep.
if he goes slightly too wide, Carves got him. As I say that, it is oh, he's cutting it close.
Nice, alright. We haven't seen it
Oh,
on the
there's
broadcast,
fireworks as well.
but George and Acosta, the teammates at Queen's Design, Pan Formula, have crossed the finish line as well. P3 and P4. Really great result for the team there, as Bolokai enters turn 20 to finish the race P5.
Keeping it.
Definitely a bit of a heartbreak considering he was P3 at one point.
So I'm gonna stop
He's
before
quite
the
lucky,
line.
but yeah.
Oh,
And that's
okay.
the end
I
of
feel
today's race.
like, have you noticed? But everyone stopped there. I feel like that's before the actual line. I think ACC
Yeah, I
uses
think
its
it's
own
before
line.
the actual line, but I'm not sure.
That's strange. But 17
Well,
cars finished. Only sadly DJ Overdrive. We didn't finish, but perhaps
really
wheel
impressive
issues.
stuff. And to wrap things up, our top 10. Edo Rose, Kurto, George, Acosta, Kai, Kasvad, Metzner, Ametista, Krejcis, and Law to finish the top 10. Massive
Akira,
congratulations to everyone.
who would you say is your driver of the day? Your personal driver.
That's tough, but I'd say Rubio Costa since she was hit at turn 1 and had to go all the way back up from last place, all the way to P4. That's quite the achievement as well. Great performance from the Queen's Design driver for sure.
The Mexican American driver showing her proper pace.
Yep, as usual. Not surprised by it, but yeah, that was a really great race.
Killing you on track and in the booth. What can she do? That's another question which should be asked. But is there anything else you'd like to say? I have a few things to say, but I'll let you. I'll let you say.
It's been a pleasure commentating this race. We've had plenty of great battle all around the racetrack, all around the field as well. So yeah, it's been a real pleasure to commentate this race.
Mr. Broadcaster, do you have any words that you would like me to pass on to the broadcast?
I mean, I don't have anything to add to this. So yeah, it was a
He
good
says he
race,
doesn't have
so,
anything.
Yeah.
Our broadcaster is telling us, but he thought it was a good race. But from us, tracc.eu, we'd like to thank you for watching the tracc.eu GT Cup Season 3, Round 5, 1-star track pre at Circuit of the Americas. And if you haven't already, and you'd like to sign up to the series, make sure you join our Discord server and follow on social media. For this time tomorrow, we have the GT4 Cup at Donington Park, and this time next weekend, we have the V-Track Challenge, which will be exactly the same track, some of the same drivers as well, at the same time. So I've been Jordan Brunch, and I've been joined with Mr. Akira Sagawa, and I'd like to thank all of our sponsors, all of our members, everyone for joining us and supporting us. Is there anything you'd like to say before we go?
Nothing really. Thank you all for watching this awesome race. Be sure to check out Track Sim Racing for the GT4 Cup tomorrow, same time, and the next V-Track round again at Coda next Saturday as well. Thank you all for supporting tracc.eu, and thank you all for